All right, let's go ahead and update my wife's Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. In the last video, we did a 2,000 round review, so it was pretty close or just a little bit over. Or was it 1,500? It was 2,000, I think. And then that problem, on that video, we noticed that day, well, actually during a competition that she was shooting, I think, left. So when we were shooting that day, I noticed, I don't know, I want to point this at myself. The optic was over to the right, and you couldn't see any space on this side, and you saw a whole bunch of space on this side. So I think it had shifted over, and it threw the zero off. So I decided would chunk the NDZ plate and get a C&H precision plate, I believe is what it is. But while I was taking it apart, I was noticing that I had used some other screws that weren't the Holosun screws, and with that the Phillips bit, that's what the head was on the screws. I think maybe, I don't remember if I used the torque wrench on those or I just used the regular screwdriver, and I don't know. So anyway, it seemed like they were loose, so it shifted over. Another thing I didn't like about this plate either is that it was smooth and flat on the bottom and smooth and flat on the top. And if you know, these Holosuns have the little I guess like dimples, divots on the, they got the little circle cutouts on the bottom. Usually if you have some divots or some indentation, they'll pop up and you can set that in there and lock it in place. Well, this plate didn't have that, and that's kind of what's bothering me right now. So it's still flush and smooth on flush and smooth. The only thing holding it in place are the screws. And when I was screwing them in, these came with the plate. It seemed like the one on the left here, I don't know if we could see it, it just seems like it wasn't going in as low, and I didn't like that either. And I think I torqued it down a little bit more than I was supposed to, because it just wouldn't go down in there, and it was staying up. So I was afraid maybe it wasn't going to get down in there. But nonetheless, I'm gonna zero it right now while I have some time, because I've been messing with my M&P 2.0 metal, and it's extremely hot right now. I just put about close to 200 rounds in it. And another thing, we finally found the 15 round shield mags. I think they came out for that new shield whatever, or M&P, whatever the hell that new gun is. But I was able to get two of them somewhere for like 35 bucks, so I got them. But here's an issue I don't like with them. The regular ones are real hard to load up, so you start popping those rounds in there, and when you get to the last couple, they get real hard and stiff, and it's hard to get them in there. So I was able to use my Maglula mag loader to get them down in there. Now they both say 15. Well, when I went to try to load it in there, it seemed like it was like there was no tension left over. No, see, you check that out. It's not really moving down. There's not much more room left. So what I was able to do was load it up. I'll go ahead and load it up right here. Load it up with the slide lock back. And I took the magazine out, and then we could just see the round is in there. Little press check, put that down, and then I put the round back in to top it off to get the 15 plus 1. I mean, why else would you buy this if you didn't want to top it off? But look how, let me tilt this down a little bit. Look how hard I'm pushing down on that. All right, got it in. And then let's see, tilt this up, how it doesn't just, see that gap? You got to really smack the hell out of it. So I was able to get it in there earlier. There it goes. Now it's seated. So, I mean, I don't know. Probably should have just left like half the ammo rounds in there, like 8 rounds, 7, 8 rounds overnight, kind of let them wear, and then the next night fill them up, whatever. I probably should have done that last night, but I didn't. So let me go ahead and zero this in, take a few shots, and then I'll get back to messing with my other gun. All right, I think I can be seen, but we're gonna go ahead and finish this off. I just confirmed 0 at 10 yards with just the dot, the 2 MOA green dot, and then I put it back to the circle because we like running just the plain circle with no dot. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out to 10 yards from this cone right here if we can see it. And I'll just do head box shots, just the 15 rounds, and then we'll just call it good. You can go up there, check it out, and if I like the way it looks, I'll just leave it. But another thing I was thinking I didn't like about these, I think it takes a while for this gun to get heated up or something, because I noticed the mags weren't dropping freely, but then now this is an empty mag and it did drop freely, but it seemed like when I had a full one in there, it didn't want to. Oh, there it is now. Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe it was my grip. Either way, let's I'm gonna stand over here and just take a few shots. Well, I mean, head box shots at 10 yards. We'll check it out. So, just on my own pace. I'll try and go a little slow, maybe a little fast. I don't know. Let's just check it out. Make sure everything's all good. See, yep, drop free. Let's just go check them out. All right, I just was trying to go for the credit card. Let's try and count them up. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. This could be 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Maybe there's 2 right there. 15. It's kind of hard to tell, but unless I threw one here or off to here. But I don't know. See if I could see where I need to be standing. Let's see. But anyway, 10 yards with the donut of death. See if we could see. I don't know if we could see. I can't barely even see. It's so bright out here. That's the thing about Arizona. No matter what everybody says about their brightness and their dot and whatever, none of that applies to in Arizona with this bright ass sun. And it's we're May right now, in the middle of May, so early May, middle of May, and it's already bright. When the sun's up, forget about it. Your sight's gonna get washed out. That's why I do like the green. It doesn't wash out as much as the red, and you just pick it up faster. I don't know. People make comments about, oh, you can't see the green because it washes out in the grass and the trees and whatever. Well, I'm pointing it right now at I don't know what the hell that is. Mesquite, or that might not be mesquite. Maybe it is mesquite or Palo Verde. I can't see that far, but it's pretty green right now, and I can see this pretty fine. We don't live in a forest area where there's pine trees and a lot of vegetation and grass everywhere. I mean, if you could see, this is pretty much the landscape here in Arizona, 24/7, 365, whatever. So like I said, pointing it at that green right there, I don't know if we could see that. I can't barely even see the camera through the camera, but let's see. I can't tell. There it goes. Oops. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's green back there. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna, but you do have to adjust your brightness out here in Tucson, in Arizona. But hopefully this stays on. I went ahead and torqued it down a little bit more. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. I'll probably witness mark it right now with the I'll take the little painter's pen or whatever, and I'll mark it, make sure it didn't come off. And I maybe even put some lines somewhere else just to see, make sure it doesn't shift. I don't know, I'll figure it out right now. But I mean, not too bad. I could have took my time. I saw first one I put down here, then I started getting them up here, and then yeah, I kind of sped up and whatever. But yeah, C&H precision plate. Hopefully this one with those right screws handles well. 15 round mags. It doesn't look as big as I thought it was gonna be, and I mean, check that out. I don't have big hands. Hands are pretty less than average. I don't know, average. So yeah, it's starting to drop free. Maybe the gun just needs to get heated up. I don't know, but it's getting warm out here. I had to stop shooting my gun, so I had time to zero this in. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it, call it. Maybe I might shoot it a few more times, put some mags through it right now. But yeah, this is a little update, so we'll see how this one goes. So now we got 2,000, at least 2,100. I just think I went through about 100 rounds. Let's see, 4 mags would be 60. I did that at least probably at least 75 rounds, 75 to 100 rounds right now. 75 to 90 rounds, I would guess. But yeah, I kind of like the mags. They're just a pain in the ass. I'll probably load them up right now, halfway or so, let that spring break in, and then tomorrow maybe load them again. So next time we get to go shoot, she can shoot these 15 rounders, see how she likes them, and then maybe load one up with her carry ammo. And yeah, that's probably what we'll do. But get some more videos today. They'll release throughout the week, so stand by. But this is the little update with hopefully this stays on zero. All right, thanks.